Hello, I'm going to tell you about Plickers. Plickers are assessment tools. They are used to quickly and simply check the student understanding. They can even be used for data collection purpose. So in this video, I will show you how to install Plickers from Google Play or Play Store, how to configure your email in the Plickers application, how to log in on plickers.com, how to add a new set of questions, how to create a class and add students, how to play cards, and how to scan answers from students using a smartphone. And also I'll show you how to show a report. So I go to Play Store. I search for an app called Plickers. I install it. We wait for it to install. Still installing. So I open it. This is how it looks like. I can create a new account. Last name is, my email is this one. The password that you want, it is not the password of your email, the password you want to use on Plickers. I have already entered the password, so I have to click on create account. So if you want to save the password, it's okay. If not, you click on no thanks. As you see, I am already inside the Plickers. So this is the demo class, which is not yet created. So the classes that are created will be appearing here under demo class. Now, the next step is to log in on plickers.com. If you remember well, this was the step number 3. After configuring email in the Plickers app, now we are going to log in on plickers.com. Of course, we might need to confirm our registration in the Plickers app. So I have to confirm my email here. You log in box of your email that you provided. Then we have to sign in using the email we provided and the password we have chosen. Sign in. So we are already in. This is how the Plickers website look like. This new set, we are going to use it to create a number of questions Your library, you will be seeing the classes already created. The reports will be showing how students performed. Then the score sheet will show the marks for every student. To create a new class, we will use this new class. So we start with the new set. Let's say the first question is these are the basic, just used for an example. Let's say 77, 104. Let's say this is 79, which must be the correct answer. The correct answer is to be marked as correct. For instance, when I click here on letter D, there is an option to call it or to mark it as correct. Then let's say like this. So this is the first question. If you want learners to see choices differently, you can shuffle choices like this. Then to add a new question, you click on this plus. The product of 12 and 12 is 231, 144. So this is to be marked as correct. Let's say 102, then 88. So again, we shuffle questions like this or choices. We add a third question. The answer of modulo 3 is 3.33 to 3.434 1. Of course, 1 is to be marked as correct because this operator modulo returns the remainder of a division. So 10 divided 3 is 3 and it remains 1. So this is the correct answer. So again, we have to shuffle the choice. So this set of questions, we can call it quiz 1. Then we go back to home. Now we create a class which is to be assigned this quiz. So a new class, let's say the class is called S1. I have to create it here. Now to add the students, we click on add. We will be writing names of students as first then last name. Let's say like this. The second student is, the next is, the fourth is, so next. Now you have to choose how the names of students are to be displayed. Do you want them to be displayed as you entered them, or you have to sort these names following first name or last name? So we choose first name, then done. So we have so far created a class. We have also created a set of questions. We have also added students to a class created. Now let's see how we can play cards. So to play cards, first of all, you go to a class, senior 1. Then you click on add. Okay, we have already added this quiz to senior 1 class. We click on add to queue. Okay, now we are going to play now the cards. So as you remember, we have already installed Plickers app in our smartphone, and it was only showing a demo class, but now you can see senior 1 class that we created has been added with these 3 questions that we have set from plickers.com. Now we are going to play using Plickers cards. This is actually how Plickers cards look like. So as a teacher, you have to print them, or buy them and make use of them. So I'm going to scan the Plickers now. So you see the blue circle, which shows that the smartphone is now ready to scan the answer of the first student. Who is having the Plicker number 1. So I press on this circle. So I have to allow Plickers to access. As you see, Belanova is the first student on the list. Her answer has been recorded. Let's say the next student chooses choice D as the correct one. This is Bervin. It is already recorded. Let's say this one chooses A as the best. Recorded. The student number 3 also chooses A. So the answers for the first question for 4 students are recorded. So we have to press on this button. Now we are going to show the next question. Whose choice D is the correct one? Let's say this one chooses D as the correct choice. Student number 3, Lana, the answer is already recorded. Let's say student number 4 also chooses D. The answer is already recorded. Student number 2 also chooses D. Recorded. Student number 1 also chooses D. Already recorded. So again, I press on this red button. I move next to show the third question, whose choice B is the correct one. So let's say this student chooses A as the answer. So I have again to press on this blue circle to start recording. The student answer is already recorded. Let's say this one chooses C. So the correct answer, as you have seen, is always shown at the top. This is the correct answer, which is shown at the top. This is C, already recorded. Let's say this one also answers the correct one. And this one provides choice D, already recorded. Again, I press on button. So at this stage, we can show the graph, as we can hide it. Let's go back to Plickers.com. We refresh a bit. So we go to reports or score sheet. Let's start with the score sheet. So we choose class as senior 1. As you see, every choice of every student has been recorded. So this is it. For question number 1, the student called Belanova answered C. Bervin answered D. But they were all wrong. But Lana and Riora, their choices were correct. As you see, they are marked as green. For question number 2, all students provided the correct choice. For question number 3, no student provided a correct choice. So this is it. When we go back to home and we go to reports, we click on the quiz, we will see that Belanova got 33%, Bervin 33%, Lana 67%, and Riora 67 or so. For question number 1, Lana and Riora chose choice A. Then Belanova, the choice was C. The choice for Bervin was D for question number 1. For question number 2, you will see that all students chose choice D. For question number 3, it was like this. So Belanova and Riora chose choice A, Bervin chose C, and Lana chose choice D. So this is how you deal with the Plickers. So you might ask yourselves where to get Plickers cards. From within the website of Plickers.com, you can go to Help menu, then you choose Get Plickers Cards. So these cards, they are 40, meaning that you can have a maximum class size of 40 to be able to use these Plickers. So I click there to print them. Student number 1 will be given this card. Student number 2 will be given the other card. Number 3, number 4, until student number 40. So as a teacher, you can distribute these cards to 40 students or less than 40. Then you start scanning their choices for different questions. You can even download this document to keep it on your computer.